What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And on today's episode, we are officially going to be featuring one of my all-time favorite series from BMW. Standing behind me is possibly one of BMW's most influential series, called the E24. As always, if you guys want to see more, stay tuned. Now, if you guys know me well, you guys will know that I love the shark themed BMWs, like the E28s, the E12s, the E24 6 Series, the E31 8 Series, the E21. So for me personally, that was a time when BMW was fans of the movie Jaws, and hence the styling design of these particular BMWs. So standing behind me is not just a normal E24, but it's the very rare 633 CSI BMW 6 Series that came into us for a little bit of a makeover and some Chicanos flavor. So the car belongs to a gentleman by the name of Tumelo. And Tumelo is that kind of guy that really has a lot of style. So the car stood for most of its life in a garage, used it occasionally, and then fell in love with Ngabla and decided that he wanted to give his car a makeover. So he came through, had a chat that we brought the car through, and we played around with some colors. Initially the car was a white with a set of replica Rezex wheels with a black/blue interior, and he always had this dream of having a black 6 Series. So naturally, I'm a fan of a black BMW. I love black BMWs. So we decided to give the car a bit of a color change. So the color in question is jet black, same color as Celeb. It's your blackest black that you can get. So we did a complete color change on the car. And personally, it's the best color you can have a 6 Series in. And it makes the car really look menacing, just like the Jaws shark. It's going through the depths of the water where you only see the shadow and the gray area of the shark. So once the respray was done, we needed to give the car a little bit of appeal and stance appeal. So we decided to add a wireless air ride kit with the dual compressor system and bag the car. Now you guys know, with any car, should you bag it, you need the right wheel. So I want to take you guys through to the wheel to show you the wheel. Now the wheel in question, and this is something that Tumelo was a little bit skeptical about. Initially we were going to go with the stepped up wheels. However, I convinced him to trust me on the wheel choice, and we decided to go with the 20-inch replica of the BBS LM. Now for me, the task was actually trying to get the car to sit as low as possible on a 20-inch. So it made it a little bit difficult, because the problem you sit with is when you bag a E24 6 Series, if you put a normal offset of a 6 Series and a normal offset or matching offset on the wheel, you tend to find that the wheel sits very in and it catches on the airbag. So in order to rectify that problem, we had to run a 20mm spacer in the front, and we ran a 215 35 20-inch tire in the front. Now personally, a 20-inch tucking on a 6 Series looks absolutely mental, and it gives the car that type of a dub style feel. Now in order to make the front end a bit more aggressive, we decided to install the M-Tech front bumper from the BMW 6 Series. A very rare bumper, you don't get it anymore. In fact, we actually made a mold of the bumper just so that we can continue producing the bumper, because this bumper is no longer available from BMW South Africa. So it's quite a rare bumper. And in my opinion, it looks absolutely amazing on the 6 Series. Now let me take you guys through to the back to show you some of the magic. So again, we set with the clearance issue at the back where we needed to bring the wheel out a bit because it was touching on the inner arch. Guys, I wish you could see, but this is a very, very tight fit when the car is aired out. And personally, to get a 20-inch to tuck like this is not the easiest thing. You got to play with the wheel and the spaces. But I love it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. And I think the wheel really, really makes the black paint job, or really complements the black paint job. Now, overall, the car was in a good condition. We did find some rust on the car, but this was the type of car that didn't need a lot of work. We were also tasked with sorting out the suspension components and the braking system. I'm telling you that the E24 6 Series rear discs and some of the parts for the suspension are no longer available, so it's very difficult to get these type of parts. Sometimes you've got to import them, or alternatively you've got to buy through BMW, and they necessarily don't have all the parts available. Now this car was done a while ago, and this is technically our 4th 6 Series we bagged. We ran into a few issues while the car was here. So for example, one of the water pipes burst, the radiator packed up, the car developed a misfire. Because the car was standing for so long and it was in our care, we decided to sort all the issues out and try and get the car as mobile as possible for Tumelo so we could enjoy it. One thing we did struggle with, if you guys watched the previous video, where we spoke about issues we face in the workshop, this was one of the 3.6 Series where we had, the car was bagged, but we had an issue with the way our supplier did the bags, which resulted in it being a bit unsafe for the client. So the car literally had to be stripped again, and we had to refabricate the complete air suspension in the rear. And I'm glad we picked it up before the client could drive further with the car, and we sorted it out. But then again, in South Africa, we're very limited with what type of accessories and the air kits we get. So a lot of it is modifications, unless the client has a budget and we're going to import from the States like airlift. Now that the rear air suspension is sorted out, let me take you guys through to the interior and show you exactly what work we did on the interior. So what I love about the interior is that the cockpit of the car is designed to highlight that this is a driver's car. So a lot of the focus is focused on aiming the driver, hence the dashboard's angle. And that's what I love a lot. So this is a left-hand drive car, which means the car was imported. Now on this here, we decided to do a bit of an off-white suede roof liner. We then also decided to do a white leather interior with the plush carpet, and obviously it matched the backboard and the back components as well. Now a white interior on a black car is super old school, and I really love it a lot. I think it looks amazing. So that was the instruction more or less from Tumelo, just to get the car to look amazing. It's got a very nice Ito Volante, wooden steering, wooden gear knob to make sure that you understand you're driving an old school car. Overall, I like the interior color choice. I think it looks absolutely stunning. What do you guys think? What's your dream 6 Series spec? I want to know the exterior color. I want to know the interior color. What wheels would you want? Would you keep it stock? Would you bag it? What's your flavor? You guys know I want to bag every single car. That's how I am. Overall, guys, it's been an amazing and stressful project because it's the type of car that gave us a lot of hidden surprises. The car came in for X work, and we ended up having to do a lot of additional work purely because it was time to do those maintenance things. And while it was in our care, some of the stuff did pack up, like we needed to do caliper seals and a whole lot of other stuff. But right now, as it stands, I feel super proud at myself and my team for building one of the sickest 633s in South Africa. This is the second bag 633. The first one we bagged was many years ago. If I'm not mistaken, it was around 2017. We bagged the gray, Nano Gray 633 owned by a good friend of mine. So again, being able to work on these type of cars and give them our flavor and having the clients trust us to execute means a really lot to me. And I really appreciate it. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store every time I walk into the shop. But with that being said, looking forward to showing you guys more projects and going in depth and in detail with some of the cars. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are on 21,000 subscribers and we are about to hit 2 million views very shortly. But that can only happen with your guys' support and love. So we appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you to our champs that are commenting. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Stay safe.